Here's another one that says me and Austin used to be pretty close friends. We still are good friends. I mean, he had me. He made sure that they got a hold of me to talk, to interview me for his book. But there's a point. It says here, Austin got pissed off at Raven one time in the locker room because earlier in the day, Debra, who was his wife then, was cutting a promo near the showers when Raven came out of the showers wearing nothing but a towel. Austin hears this, confronts Raven because he thought that Raven was showing off in front of his wife. Raven has a big dick and basically choked Raven while I just had to get over the fact that I got a big horse cock. And basically choked Raven while threatening him verbally, blah, blah, blah. Austin, when he found out, but when Raven said he didn't know she was there, Austin apologized and understood because he was very protective of Debra.
The very point I just tried to make.
Yeah.
If you are going to bring your wife, your girlfriend, your daughter, your family members into our locker room, into our place of business, don't expect us to change the way we do our business.
Exactly.
If his wife is in there and you're in the shower, he knows that's a locker room.
Yeah.
He knows that.
Yeah, he was cool. No, he apologized. He was cool about it.
What if you'd have walked out there with nothing on?
Right.
What difference does it make?
Oh, no, I agree.
She is in a place where, what are you supposed to do? Oh, I've got to get on a plane tonight and fly home all night long. I got juice in my hair. I'm all bloody. I'm stinking and smelly. I can't get a shower because a fucking broad's in here.
Want to hear an even more ridiculous one? I was working a show for...
Nothing against the girls.
I was
not a feminist.
You'd like to see more. I was working a show for Jasmine St. Clair, the porn star, and she complained because I was always walking around the locker room naked. The fucking porn star. She got hot because I was walking around naked.
Okay. So now here's a good one. I'm glad you brought up Jasmine. I've only been around her once. She was real nice and Blue Meanie, nice guy. I was only around him once, but we were in a show in Connecticut. And she's there, and she's sitting across, and here comes Virgil in. He sits down beside me, and we're talking. He's wanting to get dressed. He said, "Hey, man, what's the fucking sprawl doing here? I need to get dressed, man. I'm on early. I got to go." I said, "Well, fine. Go ahead and get dressed." He said, "Oh, man, shit, I can't do that." I said, "You mean you're ashamed to pull that thing out in front of her?" "Oh, man, I can't do that." I said, "Do you know who this is?" "This is Jasmine St. Clair. She fucked like 700 guys on video or something."
At one time.
Ron Jeremy produced it for her. "What?" I said, "Yeah, she's a porn star." "Oh, man, you should." I said, "Okay, fine. Go." He goes over, talks to her, comes back, sits down, starts taking his clothes off. He's like really shy. "Hey, man, who's that girl? They need to get that broad out of here." I said, "That broad has seen more, brother. She's seen more shit than what you got."
Yeah, when we got into business, nobody got in a locker room. It was like a sacred area. You know what I mean?
And it should be.
Yeah. I mean, so you could, like, Colonel LeBeers would always sit around naked, fucking with his hose out, and then fucking he would chase Rex King around the locker rooms because he convinced Rex he was gay, which the Colonel wasn't, and Rex was so homophobe that he would while Rex was showering, the Colonel would peek his head around the shower. Rex started taking showers with his trunks on.
But if you worked at the strip club and the girls were nude in the locker room, none of the employees are allowed back there other than the girls. That's a dancer's locker room, period. No one's allowed to go back there and hang around. Why would they say, "Well, Honky Tonk, man, come on back in the locker room. Yeah, I want you to meet so-and-so." And the girls are all nude. They don't want you back there. That's their private domain.
Right.
That's not where they perform their job back there. Their job is to go out in front of people. Sure, I can go out in front of people and do anything, but I don't want people sitting there groping and staring at me when I'm back trying to get dressed and pack my fucking bag to go home.
Yeah, I don't like people unless they're attractive women. Other than that, I don't want to.
I do not agree with that. I do not agree with the fact that the wrestlers don't get a locker room because the girls have to have a locker room.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, the girls have to have a locker room, but yet they're going to walk outside, and now we have to be covered up. Why don't we put the girls outside and tell the boys, don't walk outside now because the girls are getting dressed?
Well, in ECW, we only ran buildings that didn't have showers. Right, and the girls there, it was cool. The girls had to change with the guys. They knew that. They didn't have a problem. And so, like, for some reason there was never a shower. And since I'd always been in companies where there was showers, I started taking the bird bath in the sink. So I would just shower. So there I'd be buck naked in the middle of the locker room, douching water on me, soaping my ass, and nobody cared. That was cool. And Paulie kept all the schmucks out. But after that was the end of it.
Years ago, the girls that were in the business, the Leilani and Kais, the Mullahs, Diamond Lil, the midget, the list goes on and on. those girls, to me, and we all treat them like sisters. If some young guy or somebody tried to do something or say something, we beat the shit out of them. They were like our sister. They were like a brother in the locker room. They wanted to get dressed. They went over in the corner. We turned our chair. They got dressed. We wanted to get dressed. They either went outside the locker room or they turned their chair and we got
Or they stared.
Well, they did that in the hotel room. They didn't want to be wrestlers. They wanted to be with the boys.
Right. All right. According to a referee who was released from the WWF, Bradshaw tied up a wrestler in the shower while he was naked, rubbed baby oil all over him, threatening to rape him until he cried, while the locker room looked on and laughed. I think the victim might have, I don't want to put that part in, may not have been well liked. It was never specified who the victim was. I also heard it might have been Grandmaster Sexy Brian Christopher, which it was.
Someone did get tied up.
Yeah, it was Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Brian's going, guys, don't do that to guys.
How come Bradshaw can't do that to Lawler?
Yeah.
Make him disappear.
Some of the Smoky Mountain guys like to take pisses in hotel ice machines.
That was a Valentine deal, yeah. They must have learned it from him.
Let's see. Remember when David Flair quit IWA Puerto Rico due to unfit living conditions? No. And everybody ragged on him when they found that IWA had just put him up in a nice house.
Woo!
Well, that nice
That's
house.
my boy. Woo!
Well, that nice house belonged to Victor Quinones, or as this was spelled, Victor Quiones.
Keonis.
I shouldn't have to say to anyone, but I will. David was sleeping one night as was woken up by Quiones standing over him about to blow a load on his face. David quit the next day.
Woo! That's my boy.
I have no idea.
Woo!
The follow-up to that was a Rolf Frick went up to Victor when they had the Puerto Rico
There was
show,
a problem.
and he went to
yes.
fight him in the
Yeah.
locker room. And
There,
Victor
there
was
was
a
a
promoter.
problem between Ric Flair and Victor Queen.
Well, that would make sense then if he tried to jerk off with his kid. What's that?
I heard that story.
There was a problem between those
Victor's
two.
dead, right?
He just
Yeah.
died.
See, he can't defend himself, so I'm going to take Victor's side and say, because when I heard about Flair going up to punch Victor, and Victor's been around the business for a long time, and if you got a personal problem with someone, and Flair knows this, if you have a personal or professional problem, you call them outside, just you and them. You don't make a scene out of it. You don't do a Mick Foley thing where you take your watch off and come on, Foley, let's go down the ring, I'm going to kick your ass. That's what, I mean.
Would you go to a war dance?
I don't know where the business changed about guys saying, can I see you a minute? And you pull them off to the side and you talk.
Sure.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.